Hey everybody, this is the technical drawing practice tutorial for using SketchUp. It's project 3 for this year. And if you're going to want to give it a name, so say click on where it says Untitled when you're in SketchUp, and you have to click here on the SketchUp icon, so that way you're saving it in the SketchUp directory, and then you give it a name. So we'll call this 7, whatever your class number is, then your name, then technical drawing practice. Okay, and we have to find the technical drawing practice template. So you go to search the 3D warehouse, like these 3 little cubes right here where it says components. You search for technical drawing practice. Then you got to click models, and then you'll see this thing. It kind of looks like a calendar, but it's just 15 squares that I uploaded to here for us to draw like specific shapes. So we're going to download this template, and then wherever you click, like on the is where it's going to put it on the ground. So see, I'm zooming out right now with my scroll wheel, and that brings up another point. If you want to zoom, if you're using like a trackpad on a laptop, like let's say your home or your mouse is messed up or something, you can click switch to trackpad here and then go to more settings, and you can get your trackpad to do different things based on like these settings. So you could have 2-finger swipe. The default for 2-finger swipe I think is orbit, and then you can switch it to zoom if you want to swipe 2 fingers to zoom and stuff. But I'm using an external mouse, so I'm going to do it this way. But there are trackpad options. Okay, so we have to get to a good top view. So whenever we see this drawing, it's like we're actually drawing on the ground and not just like floating somewhere. So we're going to go to this thing that says scenes. It looks kind of like a movie clicker. And then you're going to go in, I'm sorry, not scene. Well, yeah, scenes for top view. So click the top of the house. And then you go down to where it says info, because we want to switch this to millimeters, because all the assignment is listed in millimeters. So you're going to click where it says I for info, and you're going to click where it says millimeters. And then the precision is like how many digits after the decimal, and so it's gonna look sloppy if you have too many. So just do like this one or whatever you want. It's up to you. It's like a style thing. All right. So now we're at the top view, so we can start drawing, and then you'll have this document will be on your Google Classroom, and it's just like a list of 15 shapes, and it has the dimensions in millimeters. So this is like a square that's 500 by 500 millimeters, a square that's 750 by 750 millimeters, a square that's 1,000 by 1,000 millimeters. So we're just drawing, we're just using SketchUp to draw precise shapes, because everything in SketchUp has a real scale. So we want to make sure that like we can actually draw exact things, because you can't, if you're going to design a house or you're going to design, you know, an engine for a car, you have to like know exactly how big things are. So we're going to draw these specific shapes. So the first shape is 500, 500. So we're going to click on the rectangle tool, and then we click to start drawing. And then after I start drawing, pay attention down here. But you never actually click down in this dimensions box. It just shows what's happening. So you click once, and then you type the dimensions. So it should be 750 by 750. Oh no, my bad. 500 by 500. And then so you type 500, 500, and then you press enter. And then that's 500 by 500 millimeters. The next one says 750, 750. So you got to click in here, and then type the dimensions, 750, 750, enter. Then it says number 3, it says 1,000, 1,000. So you click in here, and then you type 1,000, 1,000. Alright, so now I'm going to zoom out. We'll notice how it zooms in exactly on your mouse. So if you zoom out and then touch where you want to go and zoom in, it'll go to that spot. So 4 is 500 by 1500 rectangle. So you click and you type 500, 1500, enter. So number 5 is 250, 2000. So you click, you type 250, 2000, enter. Now I just want to get to a circle or a different shape. So let's skip to number 8 so I can show you how to do a circle, but you should do all the other shapes leading up to that. So number 8 is a circle with a radius of 1,000. And notice how on this document it shows you like the difference between a radius and diameter in a circle. Diameter is the full length of the circle. A radius is half the length, like from the center to the edge. So we're just going to do number 8 where it says circle radius 1,000. So let's do that. Switch to the circle tool. So you could just press C on your keyboard, or you could click on the rectangle and then click on a circle. And then you want to go to number 8. So click, and the radius was 1,000. So you click and you type 1,000, enter, because it told us that the radius was 1,000. Let's double check. See, the radius is 1,000. So that means if I give you the diameter, then you just have to divide it by 2, because the diameter is the full circle, a radius is half a circle. So for like this one, see how this one says, number 11 says diameter 1,500. If the diameter is 1,500, SketchUp only needs the radius. So for these 3, you only type half. That's why I put it in capital letters, so you realize like something's different about these. So let's do that. Let's do a diameter. So diameter is 1,500 for number 11. So let's go there. So if the diameter is 1,500, see how it says radius down here? So we only type half of that, which is 750, enter. Okay, then after you draw all of these 15 shapes, it's just a bunch of squares, rectangles, and circles. Then depending on what the shape is, you have to pull it to be a certain height. So see how it says for number 16, it says squares should be 400 millimeters thick, rectangles should be 600 millimeters thick, and it says circles should be 800 millimeters thick. And it also says you need to draw the following shapes with dimensions labeled. So you have to like prove that everything is the correct size, because this is a specific project where you have to prove that you can draw exact things. Because otherwise, we're never going to be able to 3D print if you don't know how to draw exact sizes. That's why we're doing this. Okay, so go over to, let's do squares 400, rectangles 600, circles 800, and then we'll label the dimensions. Okay, so squares. So now I can go, like I can click my middle wheel and then orbit around to get like a better view. And then you got to go to the push-pull tool. And so you click to start, and then you want to type 400, enter, because all the squares should be 400 millimeters tall. So let's do that. All squares 400. Click 400, enter. The next square, click 400, enter. And then I think it said rectangles are 600. So click on a rectangle, type 600, enter. Rectangle, click, type 600, enter. Make sure you're in the push-pull tool. And now for all the cylinders or all the circles should be 800 millimeters. So click on all the circles and type 800, enter. Click on a circle, 800, enter. And then now you have to label the dimensions. So now you should have, I just did some of them, but you should have all 15 before you do this. And then just label all the dimensions. So go over here to the tape measure area. See how it's got a tape measure, and also has this tool that looks like this called dimensions. And it's on the sheet, and it reminds you what it looks like. See how it says right here? It says this is the dimension tool, the one that looks like the number 3. It's like measuring between 2 things. All right, so we're going to take the dimension tool. The dimension tool takes 3 clicks. Usually these tools we've been using have 2. This one does 3. So you got to click 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if one of these numbers looks wrong based on the worksheet, then you know you have to redraw the shape. Because if your mouse gets like moved, and this shortcut I'm doing right here, I'm pressing the middle clicking the mouse and holding shift and dragging it over. So now let's label these dimensions. So click 1, 2, pull it away, 3, 1, 2, put it somewhere else, 3. Because if it's like right here, you can't read it. I mean, it might be inside or something. 1, 2, 3. And I'm doing middle click and shift to drag the whole screen or pan. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Of course, we got interrupted by the announcements again. Okay, here's the. I'm going to finish drawing the dimensions. I'm just showing you how to do it. So we know for these, like a straight line is 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Rectangle should be 600. Square should be 400. Circle should be 800. So now, though that's great. So we know how to do straight lines. So all of the rectangles and the rectangular prisms and the cubes should have the X, Y, and Z axes labeled with the dimension tool, and the cylinder should also have that. So you have to click on the cylinder. You can just click on the edge and it turns blue, and then you can pull it away. That's the height, and then you can do the diameter. So if it says the radius is 1,000, then that diameter should be 2,000, so that's fine. So you just have to see like however this worksheet told you to draw it, and then like the way that SketchUp labels it might be different. So just pay attention to if it says like radius or diameter. But just in case you don't remember, radius is half of a circle. This is the radius right here. See, that's the radius, that's the diameter. So whenever it says diameter, you just draw with half of that number because SketchUp only needs the radius. Okay. So now let's do one more dimension tool on the cylinder just so you can see how it's done. So you just click, when I'm in the dimension tool, click on the edge, click on the edge. Okay, so that's like the diameter of the circle and then the height of the cylinder. And then when you're done, you should have all 15 shapes. They should all be 3D. They should have like a height to them, and they should all be labeled. And then the worksheet is on Google Classroom, so you can see it from Google Classroom and then just draw it as it goes. So good luck, and I'll see you next project.